Hey, this is Erica from Gold Coast Creative. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your lead magnet funnel in Kajabi. Basically, if you have a valuable piece of content that you want to share with somebody else in exchange for their email address, I will show you how to do that. All right, let's get started.
So the first thing you're going to need to do is create your lead magnet. So if you haven't created your lead magnet already, just some tips as you get started. One, think of something that is high value, but very easy for somebody else to implement. So examples of this would be things that are done for you. So templates, swipe files, ChatGPT prompts that you've created and use for yourself, really anything that you use in your own business or life in systems and to get things done that you've already spent time creating, but then you go back to and use again and again to speed up your own process. So the example I'm going to share today is some ChatGPT prompts that I've created to create sales page copy that save me a ton of time. I use them myself. I have a tutorial for that if you are interested in checking that out yourself. But you just really want something that is not going to take somebody else a ton of time to implement or to read through. Even a checklist can be super valuable for someone because they can print it out and reference it really easy. So just think, what's the highest value for the shortest amount of time that someone has to use it? Number two, you'll want an enticing title that explains the exact value of what you give away. So I've created a ChatGPT prompt that will do this for you. You can grab it in the description below, and this will give you some ideas so you don't have to do it yourself. And then lastly, you'll want to design your lead magnet in something like Canva. I love Canva because they have templates that they've already created for you, so you don't have to spend time on design. My advice would just be find something that is very clean and simple, and that will make it easy for somebody else to digest. Of course, you can also use something like Adobe InDesign if you have that skill set as well. All right, now that we have our freebie created, we are going to jump into the back end of Kajabi. Here I am in my own Kajabi site. We are going to want to go under website, and then I am already under landing pages. And then a quick note, you can create lead magnets as funnels. I don't personally prefer that because as you can see, each plan has a different amount of funnels included with that plan. The pros of using a funnel is that you just have all the conversions very easily accessible for you. I like to use those on things that include a checkout page and sales because that is a better indicator of some of the most important things in my business are those conversion rates. Also, I like to create more than one lead magnet. I always want the option to create more. So I want to save those funnels for other things and be able to just use landing pages to create simple automations in Kajabi and not have to worry about using different funnels. All right, now to get started, you can click new landing page to create a landing page from scratch. I'm going to upload a template. This is one of those things that's simple and easy for me because they're already pre-designed. In case you don't know, I'm a web designer for Kajabi, so I sell pre-made designer high-end Kajabi templates so you can plug and play landing pages and websites for your own business without having to spend the design time to get the premium look and feel. So I'm going to use one of my own. If you don't want to do that, you can always create a free landing page yourself by clicking this button. So I'm going to click upload template, and then I have my folder here of my files for this landing page, and I am just going to grab and upload that zip file. Now that it's installed, I just want to swap out the text and the images for the things we want for ourselves. This is going to be a super simple landing page, so I'm actually even just going to hide some of these sections because I really just want what it is, who I am, and another call to action for what it is. All right, so I will start by switching those out with my own images and text. And then finish adding my own text here. Awesome. The last thing I need to do is swap out this image because I'm using one of my own templates. They come with mockups ready to use, so you can just drag and drop your own images in them here. What I'm going to do specifically for this is I just made a copy of these mockups and chose the one that I wanted to use, which is this one since it has those papers. And then I put my own image in it of those sales page copy system and prompts. And then I actually duplicated this page and just changed that first image while keeping the other ones the same. And then I added a 2-second duration to all of them. And I'm just going to download that as a GIF, and it's going to just give my image some nice animation. That's completely unnecessary, but something that I would do to just add a little design edge and wanted to show you what that looked like. GIFs can be large files, so you just want to make sure you don't go too crazy on how many images you include. I'm going to swap out that image and upload it to my website. All right, you can see how it's turning out here, and I'm just going to click save. And now we have our landing page. We just want to connect and edit the form it is a part of. So when you click on it, it will bring up the form, and we are going to click edit your forms because we're going to create a new form. We're going to click new form. I'm going to title this effortless sales page copy prompts, so I remember what it is. All right, so I'm going to choose single opt-in just because it makes easier for people to sign up and less friction on their end. Kajabi recommends double opt-in themselves. You can add a form field and customize this here. I like to keep it super simple to make it super easy for people to fill out, and once again, remove friction from the process. And now we're going to add some automations. So the first automation is going to be the email someone receives with the download part of it. So we're going to choose send an email, and then you can add everything for your email here. So you can see what I'm going to upload. All right, to show you what I added, I have a welcome. I remind them what they signed up for and the value of that. I have a very clear link to the download. Here's a simple call to action if they want more tips and tricks on Kajabi to make their site simple and beautiful. I link to my YouTube channel, and then just a warm signature sign off. Okay, now for that actual link to your download, you're going to want to highlight the text, and then you're going to click upload file. And then here we're just going to upload the file that you want by dragging and dropping it in. And then it creates a link for us. We will want a new window for it to open up to. And it switched out my text to display now, which you can keep, or I'm going to swap it out for my previous text. And press OK. Awesome. Now we just need to have a new subject line. And click save. You can always send a test email to see how that is, or preview it in browser to make sure that you're like how it's looking. All right, we're going to save that. And now we're going to add two more quick automations. First, we're going to add a tag, and it's going to be a new tag that is going to tag every user that signs up for this specific lead magnet. And this will just help me keep track of which lead magnets are converting. And then for me, I'm going to add one more tag, and I'll explain why. So this tag for me is called email list. And the reason for this is I want to be able to send customers that haven't signed up for my email list updates to my templates, or even just their file downloads when they purchase a template. So I want to specifically tag everyone that has signed up for my email list, so I know that that segment is the segment that I can email and is expecting an email from me, and keep that separate from the rest of my customers. All right, so I'm going to click save here. And then we're going to save our form and hop back over to our landing page. Now we're just going to customize the settings on this landing page by going back to landing pages and clicking these three dots and clicking edit details. Now we're going to want to retitle this. This will help me keep track of what landing page this is for. I'm going to title it the same. And then we want a quick and easy URL slug that will also be obvious of what this is for. So I'm going to put sales copy prompts as mine. And then here we can do things for SEO and social sharing. I really love to have ChatGPT fill this out for me. It makes it super and easy. I'm going to just plug and play mine here. And then I'm going to add a social image in the dimensions that it gives. That way, when I share it or text it, it will look nice and ready to go. All right, so we can just upload a new file and then click save. And then the last setup thing we need to do is actually go back to our customize on our landing page and set up where it's going to go when people finish signing up for their page. So if someone were to fill this out and click download, what page would they see? So if you click on the form, you can see thank you page, go to what URL and choose what you want to do. One option would be you could have them download the file directly so that they can have just access to that immediately. Another idea, you could have them go to a sales page and have them get a new subscriber offer. I've done that before, and it is a way to give new subscribers a one-time offer, usually on a timer or something that would incentivize them to buy then, but that would also be specific to the fact that they just signed up on your email list. A low ticket offer works really well for this, or a special discount that they get. You can also send them to a thank you page, which I like because it can be on brand, simple, it's expected, and it can kind of tell them what to do next, and you can nurture them as a customer before trying to sell them something else. So we're going to do that in this example, and I'm going to show you just by going first back to my landing pages and uploading that thank you page that I want to be able to use for that. So I'm going to click upload template again, and I'm going to drag and drop that template that I've created for this. This is part of one of my sales funnel template packages that you can get that all goes together. And you can kind of see how it works. So here's our thank you page. And I'm just going to quickly swap out these images and the text that goes here. I don't need a call to action, so I'm just going to hide that. And then here we're going to upload our new images. All right, now that I have my images and my text uploaded, I'm going to save it, go back to my landing pages. I'm going to click these three dots again and quickly edit my details. Now I could make this specific to my sales copy prompts and just duplicate it the next time I want a freebie, or I could make this a generic lead magnet. Thank you for all of my lead magnets. Here I'm just going to copy prompts, thank you. And now I don't want this page showing up in search results. And we're going to save it. Go back to our lead magnet opt-in page, click customize. And then if you remember, we're going to connect it to our landing page here. So we will click our thank you, and then we will click save. Now you can preview your landing page and how it's turned out. You can test it with your own name and email to make sure that everything's working properly. And that's it.
All right, a quick summary recap. We picked a high value freebie. We then created a beautiful landing page. We set up all of the automations and then had a branded thank you page to finish up. All through a step-by-step tutorial to set you up for capturing emails while you sleep. If you liked this video, then I think you will love this video about designer icons. It shows you how to drop in beautiful designer-ready icons to take your landing page or your sales page to the next step. I use this personally as a web designer as one of my tricks to take my web pages to the next level, and I show you how to do that step by step. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.